All right. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? Sorry, I'm a tiny little teensy bitty tad bit late. Had a meeting with a wedding vendor that just went a little bit longer than anticipated, so got me a little bit behind schedule getting everything set up here, but we are good to go. We are handy dandy ready to get after it because we are here with our first shiny hunting stream since we finally found Tepig. Oh my goodness, Tepig has finally been conquered. We are no longer cursed by the pig. We are clear to move on to a new hunt. And a new hunt, move on to a new hunt we shall. We're going to be looking for the elusive, and by elusive, I mean non-existent, Shiny Victini. But we have in fact found a way, we hope and presume, of making this thing show up as a shiny for us. So let's see, I'm just making sure I am good to go already. Freddy got everything, seems to be up and rolling, got my games going. As you might, if you've been around, we have done two other, obviously we have 500 total encounters for Victini so far. We have done two other streams looking for Victini, and if you were around for those other two, you might realize that in the last two, we only had one game going, but today we got two going on. That is because I was finally able to pick up a second action replay to allow us to remove the shiny lock and actually begin a nice little shiny hunt with two Victinis on screen. Also, I've just realized we are now a little out of sync, but we are all good to go. So yeah, now instead of a one encounter at a time, we got dose. So I'm just going to jump right into it, see if we can continue our shiny luck streak, see if we can keep the good luck rolling. Man, I just cannot believe, still just cannot believe we found that freaking Tepig. I can't believe it happened. I thought it was never going to happen, but here we are, finally moved on from the pig. And the nice thing about Victini is that it is a runaway hunt. You just run away from it. You go back out into this little hallway right here, and when you re-enter the room, there it is, back like it never left. And presumably, as I've seen other people do here on YouTube, you can get a shiny this way. If you have removed the shiny lock, you can get a shiny this way. It is a new Victini every time, you know, with the shiny lock. I guess with the shiny lock and activated, I guess that's the whole, like, I think I speculated on this the last time we were doing this. You know, the reason canonically the Victini would be shiny locked and never appear as a shiny here is because, well, you're theoretically taking on the exact same Victini every single time. Also, I think I did not add encounters after that. I got to get back on the train because this is a very fast, can't call it really a reset, really fast encounters. I got to get back into the frame of mind of clicking the space bar on my keyboard whenever we run away from the battle. Gotta get back into the groove of that. But now, you know, we were able to pretty quickly fly through some encounters with only one Victini on screen. Now that we have two to encounter, well, we're going to be doubling our efforts. Hopefully this hunt will not take us too terribly long. Tepig took long enough. We have had some good luck, though. You know, outside of the pig, we have had some good luck. We did extraordinarily well with some other full odds starters, so we are still we might still be due another longer hunt, unfortunately, due to how good our luck was back. It was like December, I guess. December was a really good month for shinies. We got two in the span of a week, full odds, but then I guess, and then a few weeks before that we got Totodile. Like it was it was a good month where we got like 3 full odd shinies very quickly. Okay, did I shoot? I don't think I added the encounters. Also, is my stream working? My phone does not seem to want to load it. Okay, I think we're good to go there. Jump back in. Did I add the encounters there? I don't think I did. I think we should be at 510. I need to get back into the groove of it. I need to get back into the habit of clicking that space bar, getting us in these encounters rolling. But yeah, we might still be owed a little bit of a longer hunt here just because of how good of luck we did have there for a little bit. But I mean, we did go well over double odds for Tepig, so I think personally that should weigh out. I think all shiny hunts from here on should be easy sailing. You know, the next what is it, 500, like 80 hunts we got to do? No problem. We'll get them all lickety split. That's what I would like to believe. That's what I would like to believe, because otherwise, I mean, we're going to be here for a minute. I think I was doing the math in my head. If every single shiny, if every single Pokemon, all 649 of them, took a week, which would be incredibly generous to get, you know, a full, full 1 in 8,192 shinies every week. That's insanely generous. Even at that, one a week, that is, that's like a 5-year endeavor. Which is insane. That, like, even in the best case odds of one shiny a week, it would still take 5 years to do this. Did I add the encounters? I'm gonna be so bad at this. Which is weird, because I think maybe I just need to do it whenever Victini pops on screen. Maybe I'm less likely to forget it then. Because I think once I click run, then I'm like in the mindset of like actually moving the characters and running. So maybe I need to actually just do it when Victini pops on the screen, and not literally when I run away from them. How about that? Okay. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend been? You know, normally Tuesdays, not really my shiny or my streaming days. Normally, well, I guess for a while I was doing on Tuesdays, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday has kind of become the schedule. But yesterday, I just wasn't feeling it, to be honest. I just straight up was not feeling it. I was exhausted, long day at work. I was still kind of basking in the glory of getting Tepig, so I decided to take a little day off and push the stream to today. But we are here now. And actually, I completely forgot to mention, this Victini hunt was voted on by the people of the channel. Forgot to mention that. I did a community poll asking, what should be our full-time hunt moving forward? We had the, we had like 4 hunts going on the channel. Crut, what up, what up? How's it going? I mean, with good victory, we should find this Victini no problemo. With the good victory luck. But yeah, it was voted on by the people of the channel, by the subscribers, that Victini would be the hunt. We gave the options of the Generation 4 Shiny Gods, Victini, and Eevee. And surprisingly, really shockingly to me, Eevee came in last. I was very surprised Eevee came in last. For a second, it was tied between Victini and Eevee. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, really, I was kind of surprised at first. You know, the reception of the Shiny Gods. I was like, oh, I guess, Arceus, Giratina, Dialga, Palkia aren't as popular as I thought. But then they started pulling ahead. Eevee stopped getting votes. But then, yeah, Victini really pulled through. I think it might be the mysterious allure of a shiny that can't technically be obtained that drew people into this hunt. But yeah, just like you, Crut, long standing here on the channel. Crut, you were a real one for sure. Stood by me for 8 months about while looking for that freaking pig. Leo, what are you doing down there? You need to stop it. You being crazy. But yeah, I had to scramble. It was like somewhat of a scramble to get everything going for today. We did win in the end. We did come out victorious. You voted for Eevee. Surprisingly, you were one of the few. It was really shocking to me that Eevee was not a more popular hunt decision. That of the 3, it was the least popular, in fact. I found that very surprising. You clicked at random. I considered putting a 4th option, which was just surprise me. So, you know, for anyone that didn't have a preference for the 3, if you just wanted to go with the 4th one of surprise me, I considered putting that. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, if I do surprise me option, it should probably be a shiny hunt that's different from the 3 I have listed, like truly a surprise. But in all honesty, I don't have any other hunts set up right now. Those are the only 3 I have available to me at the moment. I guess I technically do have, I think I counted those encounters. I think I'm good. I do technically have the Hitmons available. We could do the Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan shiny hunt, but that's about it. Like I'm trying, I have like 6 games going right now that I'm trying to work through to get to a point for us to shiny hunt them in for certain things. I just haven't gotten any of them to the point I need them to be. So these 3 are the ones I got at the moment. You clicked on Eevee. Okay, well, your randomness proved to be I don't know what word I'm looking for there, but Leo, no. I have some socks on the ground over here, and he is trying to get to them. You stop. You are being a little troublemaker. Okay. Back in the chair, back in the saddle. Got Leo to take away get rid of my socks. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, because like I'm trying to progress through Pokemon Emerald, because really the only shiny hunt I'm going to be doing in Pokemon Emerald is going to be for like the Mew, you know, the Mew shiny hunt that you have to achieve, like this one, you have to achieve through cheat codes, because Mew and Emerald was never officially released outside of Japan, and even when it was released in Japan, it was incredibly rare. So actually getting a legitimate encounter for Mew in Emerald to shiny hunt is absurdly impossible almost. But yeah, I'm trying to progress Emerald through so we could shiny hunt for Mew on there, and then I got to progress through Soul Silver so we could do, you know, Lugia or Ho-Oh, since you can do both in the game, which is kind of cool. I do like that Heart Gold Soul Silver allows you to get both legendaries in the game. I need to progress through Heart Gold and Soul Silver again, you know, also for the Lugia and Ho-Ohs. I'm working through my copy of Black 2 right now in order to set up like breeding and all that at the end of the game. So I have a lot of moving parts trying to get set up for these shiny hunts, but hey, we'll get there. We'll get everything sorted out and squared away. I actually did move Chop over from our copy of Japanese white version into my copy of Black 2, so Chop is no longer located on the cartridge that he was found on. Chop has found his way over to our copy of Black 2. At some point, I need to remember to like start up a stream where we evolve Chop. I need to get Chop leveled up to like, you know, what, it's probably 36 that it evolves. Just take little old Tepig all the way up to level 36 and then evolve, you know, level it up twice so it evolves into a Pignite and then an Emboar. Need to do that one day at the start of the stream, because like, you know, the whole point of getting shiny Tepig was for shiny Emboar. You know, hence the card right here. Shiny Emboar is quite goated in terms of shinies, so we want to get Chop evolved ASAP so we can see that beautiful blue fire. I just need to remember to do that one day. I don't know if it's because of the changing weather, getting a tiny bit warmer out, you know, spring's kind of coming around. I got a tiny little bit of an itchy throat. Not gonna lie, throat is a little bit itchy. What is that? Just checking something real quick. Just checking a notification that came through. Is that what, cashback or something? Maybe, no. Oh. It was a whole load of nothing. Okay, well, I was checking that for no reason. But yeah, I think the weather might be slightly getting to me a little baby bit, getting my allergies in a tizzy. I've been sneezing a little bit more, so my throat's a tiny bit scratchy. Always gotta love the springtime. Gotta love the pollen. All the little menaces out there in the world. I just love to torture me. Which, you know, I've been doing the allergy shots, so, you know, it's only been a few months. They're not going to completely kick in for a second, but they should be helping. I should be not so debilitated by the outdoors. This is truly crazy how it's not just the fact that I am like allergic to basically everything that's outside, which is, you know, just a tad ridiculous. How did humanity evolve to the point where I'm just like allergic to everything? I feel like that is not a very positive evolutionary trait, to be just like allergic to the outdoors. But no, here or there. That's neither here nor there. But it's not just the fact that I'm allergic to basically everything. It's like I'm, you know, severely allergic to like most of it. Not like, you know, oh, my throat will close and I'll, you know, die kind of, severity. But like, you know, you can't step outside without sneezing a billion times and basically being unable to function because your sinuses are attacking you, kind of thing. But so is life, so is life. I guess all the allergy shots I did when I was in middle school, high school, because I've done allergy shots before. They were unfortunately for naught. I seem to have regressed. I also am living in a new place, so that could be an impact. You know, when I got my allergy shots, when I was talking to the ENT when I was first, you know, thinking about all this stuff there, you know, I told him about my shots before, and I got those when I was living, you know, with my parents back home. And, you know, that's a different state than where I live now. So different allergens, you know, different places. So that could be why my allergies are worse now, because there's different allergens all over the place. One extra reset for every sneeze. Luckily, I shouldn't be sneezing that much that it matters. Especially since I took a Claritin and some Flonase earlier, a few hours ago, so I should hopefully not be sneezing too much on stream. I have been kind of planning and concocting some different ways to spice up the stream, though. Literally spice up the stream. It was with Tepig. I was starting because I was convinced Tepig was going to go until 20k. I was like, this hunt, we're here for the long run. Like, this hunt is going to take, you know, a year. We're going to hit the 20k. I'm going to have to start upping the ante for these streams. So I was planning like, okay, if I don't get a shiny by the end of the stream, I'll eat the world's hottest chip, you know, the one chip challenge or whatever. You know, I even considered subjecting myself to public humiliation and getting a maid costume. I was like, you know, for every stream I don't get Tepig, I wear a maid costume. Will I follow through with that one? We'll see. I'm not sure if I exactly want to put myself through that or not, but it is, you know, just general ideas that I've gathered from people across the interwebs. New generations, look how much you have to do to have a good. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure I understand that message. My generation, just look at how much you have to do to have a good life. Most of us just go stuff that. What is NEETS? Neets. Is that a New Zealand thing? Become NEETS. Or is that just a word or a slang I've never encountered before? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've never heard that before. NEETS. Someone who doesn't leave their room. I have not heard that. I have heard of Asmongold. I have heard of him. I have heard of him and the cockroach and the junk. I have definitely heard of that. Not my lifestyle. I do get out of the house a fair good bit. I do leave my room fairly often. And as much, even though I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder by any means, sometimes I do have an affinity for holding on to cardboard boxes. In fact, my closet over here in this room is filled to the brim with boxes for basically everything I have in my setup, other than like my computer monitors. Like, you know, if there's a box that like my mouse came in, or my keyboard, or like these speakers, or a light, or microphone, this, that, the other, I have probably kept the box. Even though I, realistically don't need it. But something about a good cardboard box, you just can't get rid of it. Gotta hold on to it. Yeah. So I think ever since I started going to the gym more, while I really enjoy going to the gym, afterwards I feel like my neck is like extra stiffly lately. Like I really gotta work it out, like stretch it around, moving around, loosen it up. I gotcha. I mean, during the work days, yeah, I'm basically in my house the entire day. Other than like maybe going out for lunch or dinner to like go grab something. I generally, yeah, during the work week, I don't go out and do anything. I'm in the house for the vast majority of the day. But I like to get out and do stuff on the weekends. Emily and I go do things on the weekend. It's typically like one day. There might be the occasional weekend where we go actually do something, but generally it's like one day where we get out. Not an education, employment, or training is a term used to describe. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'd never heard that before, that terminology. Bum bum boom bum 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 boom bum bum. Song is very fitting for Victini. His new Nova League theme. Very intense, very dramatic. Befitting of a little legendary lad. I was trying to see if I could come up with a better false swiper than Haxorus. Haxorus is a perfectly good false swiper, and it does resist like the fire type moves, so that's kind of good. But I wanted a false swiper that could actually put Victini to sleep, not just put it on 1 HP, but put it to sleep. There's only 2 false swipers in this game that learn sleep moves, and it's Gallade, but there's no easy way to get Gallade in Generation 5. It is pretty tough. Lady Drop Bear, what's up? Been a second, how you doing? I never played Plants vs. Zombies, so no nostalgia here for me, but I have certainly heard of it. But no, not something I ever played. Yeah, getting Gallade in this game is a little bit tough. It is a tiny bit tough. Ralts is not naturally found in any of the black and white games easily. You can technically get Ralts in Pokemon White version, I think, in White Forest or whatever. But like, getting Pokemon to appear in White Forest is kind of tough. And I'm not progressed far enough in any of these games to actually go to White Forest to do that. So that's off the table. And then what? In Black 2, White 2, the only way to get a Ralts is from trading with Yancey, or I forget the male version. Curtis? Is Curtis the male version of Yancey? Can't remember. The one with like the random, you like find that random lost Pokegear or whatever, and you get calls from Yancey, or I can't remember if it's Curtis or not. I've never actually progressed that all the way through to get to the point where they will trade you stuff, but I know that is a thing where you eventually get it to the point where you've done all the random calls throughout the region, and then they'll start meeting you in Nimbasa and like the near the Ferris wheel or whatever, and you can like trade with them. That's the only way to get a Ralts in Black 2, White 2, is trading with Yancey or Curtis. Again, assuming I have that name right. So you would have to transfer up. It is Curtis, okay. You would have to, the easiest way to get a Ralts in these games is to transfer one up from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Which it might just be Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I don't even know if you can really get Ralts in Heart Gold, Soul Silver or not. So yeah, I was like wanting to do that, get a Gallade so I can use Hypnosis, False Swipe, all that good jazz. But it was just too much of a process to get one in this game. I think one of my lights back here, I think this light strip is freaking out. Unless I was just seeing things. Yeah, I was just seeing things. But the other Pokemon that can learn False Swipe and a sleep move is Leavanny. Turns out Leavanny can learn Grass Whistle, which is like one of the worst moves ever created because it's 55% accurate. Why is it 55%? Why is it a 50% chance? I don't know. But yeah, Leavanny learns Grass Whistle as a Swadloon. You can only get it as Swadloon. It's a level 1 move, so I think you have to heart scale it onto your Swadloon. And then when you evolve it into a Leavanny, you then have to heart scale False Swipe because that's a level 1 Leavanny move. You know, just real complicated, convoluted to get yourself a False Swipe and Grass Whistle Leavanny. But then, like, why would I use a Leavanny when fighting a Victini when I'm 4 times weak to fire? Now, granted, I did test it out. The only fire type move that Victini has is Incinerate, which is a 30 base power move. You know, it's really weak. Victini's only level 15. So, like, yeah, if I got, like, a level 100 Leavanny, I'm sure Incinerate, even though it's 4 times super effective in stab, is probably still barely doing any types of damage. But I just decided, I was like, I don't feel like dealing with the... And also, what, Swadloon into Leavanny's a happy, like a friendship evolution? Those are just so annoying. Like, those are not fun to deal with. So, Haxorus is our gal. We got 2 female Haxorus, actually. Two gals to help us False Swipe down these Victinis if we ever find a shiny. And I've got probably close to 100 Pokeballs in my bag. I would like to save the Master Ball I have for, you know, Tornadus, Thundurus, because they're roaming. But if push comes to shove and, like, I have to use a Master Ball to catch Victini, I'll do it. In the case of Thundurus and Tornadus, if you find them as a shiny, like, yeah, they're roamers, so they can be annoying to catch. But you know when they're shiny, like the whole method of shiny hunting Thundurus and Tornadus, like, you know they're shiny from the Pokedex, so, like, you can better prepare for when you encounter them, like, how you want to go about trying to catch them if you don't have the Master Ball. So, you know, it wouldn't be the world's biggest deal if I had to use a Master Ball for Victini, you know, in one of these, but I'd prefer to save it for, you know, good old roamer. I'm hoping, did I add the encounter for this? I don't think I did. I think that puts it, that's at 600. Pretty sure. Anyways, I would ideally like to catch Victini in a Timer Ball. Because, I mean, look at Victini's sprite down there. That is a Timer Ball. Shiny Victini is just Timer Ball colors. So, we're going to, yeah, hopefully it's a legendary. It's going to take a while to encounter, or to catch catch one once we get there. So hopefully we can catch... I have, 40 Timer Balls in both games? I also have, 30 Dust Balls, a bunch of Luxury Balls. Like, I do have some Quick Balls. I don't know if I'll probably still use a Quick Ball at the beginning of the battle, on the shiny. even though I don't want it to be in a quick ball, if you catch it in a quick ball, no harm, no foul, you know. It's better to catch the shiny in a off-color Pokeball than not catch it at all, so still give it a shot. Try and reposition here, get a little comfy cozy. I really do hope that these codes actually work and that the shiny lock is actually being removed. You know, someone on the channel, I'm forgetting who it was. I don't know. I can't remember if it was Manuel or someone else. Did come by stream one day and say like, hey, just letting you know the action replay code you have in the description does work. They said they got a shiny Victini in one of their games using the code. I believe them. There's always the off chance that you get trolled and they're just trying to waste, you know, someone's trying to waste your time. But I don't think, I think it was Manuel who came by. Maybe Wyatt, I can't remember. But I don't think that would actually be the case. So I have high hopes that these codes actually do work and that we will eventually run into a shiny Victini. I will say it is certainly incredibly nice to move on to shiny hunts that are much quicker. I'm very glad to be done with the resets in black and white and black 2, white 2. They are just so freaking long. Those resets are just unnecessarily long, and I'm glad. I don't know if there's a single other reset I'll have to do that'll be that long. I guess Thundurus and Tornadus will be pretty similar. They're pretty long cutscenes in their own right to check to see if it's a shiny in the Pokedex. So I guess that would be about the only other one that would be bad. I don't think Reshiram and Zekrom really have a cutscene that you have to deal with. I think it's just soft resetting, like right in front of them. There are other, you know, those are two other Pokemon we'll also have to remove the shiny lock one. Are there really any others that are gonna have like a super long cutscene? Because like most other legendaries, you just save right in front of them and you just encounter them. So you just, you know, get in the battle, reset, run away. Shiny Celebi, what up, what up? How's it going? So I really don't think we'll have to deal with another insanely annoying long reset throughout the rest of this Living Dex. Because I am certainly not soft resetting for a Unova starter again. That is not happening. Every other Unova starter we will be getting as a shiny will be bred for. We'll be Masuda methoding with the shiny charm. I am not soft resetting for a Unova starter again. In fact, I think the only just bringing the shiny. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. As always, we always appreciate the shiny look around these parts. I think the only other shiny starter hunt I'll consider doing is for Mudkip and Ruby and Sapphire. That's the only other one. The Gen 4 starters, unfortunately. Actually, I guess if I do that, if I do actually hunt for Mudkip and Ruby and Sapphire, that would leave the Gen 4 starters as the only starter group I did not shiny hunt for in their respective games, like at starter selection. Because I shiny hunted for Fire Red, Leaf Green, Squirtle. I did Heart Gold, Soul Silver for, you know, Totodile and Cyndaquil. I've now done Tepig in black and white, black 2, white 2. So yeah, that's what if I do. Yeah, if I do Mudkip, then basically Gen 4 would be the starters that I'm skipping over soft resetting for. I mean, and then that's how the cookie crumbles. They're kind of out of reach anyways because all the copies of Gen 4 that I have are progressed way past getting the starters. So And I'm not definitely not resetting any of these games. So unless I bought 4 brand new copies of, you know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum to soft reset in, yeah, I'm not going to be reset hunting for the Gen 4 starters. Which is probably a good thing because they do have a bit longer of a soft reset. So that's fine. You know, Gen 3 is not the worst soft reset. It's a little tiny bit longer than, say, like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But it is not too bad. I think I forgot to... Did I forget to add the encounters on the last one? I don't know. I need to get better at keeping up with the encounters. I'm sure the same thing with the Tepig. You know, I'm sure whatever number it was like, what, 17,400? Was it 72? I think it was 72. I'm sure that was not the actual number of Tepigs that I had seen over the 8 months. I definitely messed up here or there, so... You know, you gotta take the numbers with a grain of salt. They're a rough estimate. They're probably right, but I can't say for certain. Akuma, what up, what up? How's it going? Welcome back. Glad to see you. We are here with a new hunt today. The hunting has been incredible, actually. Hunting has been great because last Friday I finally finished my Tepig hunt. It took 17,472 encounters, but I finally got myself a shiny Tepig. So we are starting up a new hunt. Well, not starting up. We've done shiny Victini a little bit before in the past, but this is now our full hunt going forward. It's our main squeeze. We have moved on from Tepig. We are no longer exclusive, me and the pig. I have options now. And by, I guess I mean I have one option, being Victini. But I hope the Mew hunt's going good for you. I forget what game what game did you say you're doing the Mew hunt on? I can't remember. Took a break from 5% Real to go full on Mew with Emerald. Okay, I gotcha. How did you get to Mew and Emerald? What did you do? What was your method of going about getting to Mew? Because I'm going to have to do that hunt eventually. I'm progressing my copy of Emerald so I can get there one day. Shiny Hunt Mew. But I haven't fully decided how I need to go about getting to... like getting the old sea map, getting to what I forget what island that Mew's on, Faraway Island or whatever. You're all good. You're all good. Like I have methods. Like I'm pretty certain with the power of this Game Shark right here, I can find my way over to Mew so I can shiny hunt for it. But I just was just curious if what other people's experience with it is. I just sent you the file. I gotcha, I gotcha. What is a Battle Factory from Emerald? I was like, what is this theme going on in the background? It is the Battle Factory. Going for Pikachu and Let's Go. You can get Pikachu and Let's Go? Like there are wild Pikachu other than the ones that your starter? I don't know why I thought the starter Pikachu was like the only Pikachu you could get in the Let's Go games. Huh. I've only played Let's Go for about 20 minutes, so I don't know too much about the games. Just for some reason, I guess I'm probably confusing it with Yellow, because in Pokemon Yellow, I don't think there are wild Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. I could be wrong on that now that I think about it. I thought there weren't. I thought there were no wild Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. But then again, they're like have to be. I guess they don't have to be. Because you can't evolve your Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. It stays a Pikachu, never becomes a Raichu. So I guess if you want to complete the Pokedex, like, you need other Pikachus that can evolve into Raichu. But maybe you just have to trade them in from other games? I don't remember. Oh, man. Let's Go is your favorite Switch games. I certainly think that Let's Go is the best looking Switch games. Which I feel like when Let's Go came out, people were not super big on the way it looked, and maybe it's different, but different than I remember. But certainly, Let's Go has the best style of any Switch game. I think it looks the cleanest, has a nice, unique style to it. Still shiny hunting for shiny female starter Snivy. 3,700 so you're specifically going for a female shiny. That's crazy. That is wow. Kudos to you on that. That's gonna be a wild hunt. That's commitment right there. That is certainly commitment. Shoot, it took me long enough to get Tepig, who ended up being a male, so I don't know if I could commit to that. Because how many games do you have going on? Just one copy of White 2? Wow, that's a committed hunt right there. That is a committed hunt. One copy of White 2. So I guess if you end up getting a male shiny, are you going to keep it in any capacity? Like, just trade the male shiny off to a different game? Or are you just like soft resetting over it, no males allowed, you're just going for the female shiny? Shiny male be damned, can be lost to the ether. It's always kind of nice to just kick back and relax during the shiny hunt. Just kind of rest a little bit, just chill. And this music is certainly putting me in a chill mood, that is for sure. Yep, just play through the game if so you'll just play through the game as in like you'll keep the male shiny, or like you'll play through the game until you can trade it away and then like reset to go for a female? What you mean by play through the game? And then what, this is Iris? Yep. We're getting a lot of black and white, black 2, white 2 themes on the playlist today. I feel like I say that every time though. I feel like the playlist might just be a little bit skewed towards Unova themes. I might just have a lot of those. Just learned the Breloom's Fury Cutter. Yeah, it makes sense. Fury Cutter sounds like a move Breloom could utilize. It's not like the world's greatest move, but it is certainly interesting. Shoot, what Pokemon was I looking at that learns Pokemon? Shoot, what was it? There was like one, it might have been Leavanny when I was looking into a new False Swiper, one that would learn like a sleep move. I think Leavanny learns Dream Eater or something like that. It was some weird Pokemon. I was looking through their moveset trying to figure out if they could learn both False Swipe and a sleep move. I think it was Leavanny, and I was like, Dream Eater, really? That's such a strange move for Leavanny to learn. Okay, I gotcha. You would just prefer a female shiny, but like if you get a male, you're still keep it. I gotcha. I got it. You're doing a shiny badge quest. That's in Black 2, White 2, that's a commitment right there. I was considering doing a shiny badge quest after getting Tepig. If we'd gotten Tepig in like 5,000 encounters, I would have been like, yeah, let's do a shiny badge quest. I'm sure that'll be fun, but after going to 17k, nah. Shiny badge quest is not happening for moi. Shoot, at the end of the day, I didn't even get my shiny Tepig out of Black 2, White 2. Like, I hunted for so long in just Black 2, White 2. Looking for that freaking pig, and I did throw in Black and White here there for resets, but it was vast majority of resets were in Black 2, White 2. The one day that I fully commit to only doing black and white resets, like no Black 2, White 2 on the screen, just Black and White. Now there, there was Heart Gold, so Silver on the screen as well, but the day I just completely, okay, bad. I'm glad we did not get a shiny there. That would have been quite cursed. Yeah, the day I just put Black 2 and White 2 away and only use Black and White, that's the day I get shiny Tepig, so maybe it is not in the cards for me to yeah, maybe Black 2, White 2 are cursed. That would be unfortunate considering those are the games I'm trying to complete a Living Dex in. And they will be the ones that I'm primarily like Masuda method hunting in, since I can get the shiny charm in those games. Man, this theme's going on for a while. It's a banger, I like it, but this remix got this theme going on for a minute. It just don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Oy. Wake up, wake up. Saying that just reminded me, what is it Chop Suey, the song? I guess it doesn't say wake up, but it's like wake up, wake up. I don't know the words, they say it way too fast. What is who sings that? What band is Chop Suey, the song? Did I do encounters for those? I don't think I did. Telling myself to wake up. I heard it in my head, the song. I haven't listened to that song in a minute, actually. It's been a while. And a random callback there. But I swear, I always feel like I'm just good and raring to go. And then I don't know, I guess like settling in and just like sitting down and being stationary. I always start getting a little dozy dough. But I shall keep awake and keep trudging on. Well, we're looking at a really good pace right now. We're not even a full 50 minutes in, and we are 180 encounters in on the day. So this is looking like a really good pace for a hunt. We're going to be really moving through the numbers, moving through the encounters. Yes. we'll probably we'll get over 200, I think, within the hour, I imagine. Oh, also, I just realized I was dropping a lot of frames at some point. I think this is the most drop frames I've ever seen on a stream for us before. Was there any lag for anyone? Did anyone notice anything? I just looked down and realized it says that 1800 drop frames. Normally it's like 300 if that happens. I don't actually know what it means, but I assume maybe there was like slight lag or something. Is everything looking good over on the other the streams and stuff? I think so. That looks good. Looks good over here. Oh, I think everything's good. Huh? Maybe nothing actually happened. Maybe it was fine. Didn't notice anything. Okay, well, that's good. Let's see, I guess normally at the beginning of streams, I kind of go on about my day a little bit more than I did. I didn't really talk about my day, I don't think, at all. Kind of just, I jumped right into this and got raring to go, looking for some shinies. But really, I guess there's not much to report on for my day to begin with. It was just a really freaking busy day at work. Goodness. Basically, the first half of each day, you know, I work 10-hour days. The first 5 hours yesterday and the first 5 hours today, I spent the entire time looking over documents. Basically, I'm working on this massive project that's going on, and in an effort to make sure everything is like smooth sailing for some shipping that's going to be happening soon, you know, some delivery of goods and services, I had to look over 250 documents. I didn't really look them over. I wasn't like reading them or anything. I just had to make sure that they were filed away into our like computer system properly. And like, now, you know, my manager did not tell me I had to make a spreadsheet. He just said, you know, make sure to take account for and know the status of all these documents. I decided the easiest way to do that would be a spreadsheet. So I made this big old Excel sheet with things sorted into categories and this, that, the other. Took forever, but finally finished it. So with that out of the way, I mean, we still have a lot going on trying to get everything ready for the stuff to ship, but that tedium was certainly eating up my time a lot more than I would have liked. But moving forward, I should be less consistently busy. Like, having to do that was like a very consistent busyness for, you know, hours on end. My general sweet spot for like productivity, for busyness, for, you know, just getting stuff done is like 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours. I think that's a good amount of time. But after like 2 hours of doing something, I gotta move on. Like, I gotta I generally need to be like, okay, I was productive for those 2 hours. Let's either go take a break or find something new to do. Working on something for longer than that, I'm just like, my brain starts wandering. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of bored. I'm over this. Can I move on? That's generally why I like to keep my streams here around 2 hours. I go over that sometimes, but 2 hours is just the sweet spot. That's about the time when I'm like, okay, calling it a day. So I'm feeling good, feeling productive, feeling accomplished. I'm gonna go take a siesta. No, really, like that is how I am a lot of days. Like, I start work at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. By 9, I'm like, okay, that's enough for the day. I'll just do little, little things here or there that I have to do, but like the main bulk of my like serious productivity is in the first like 2 to 3 hours of the day. The rest of the day, it's like getting stuff done as needed, as like demanded, but like, being a bit more lackadaisical. Not so rushed and like in the zone, I need to decide when I want to do my next stream of cute charm glitch hunting, because that's something I really need to start like progressing through a lot, is getting as many Pokemon as possible achieved as shiny through the cute charm glitch, or at least as many Pokemon as I want to get. There's some Pokemon that you could use cute charm on that I'm not necessarily going to use it on. But like in my effort to complete my national dex in Black 2 White 2 to get the shiny charm, I want I don't want to catch a Pokemon for the national dex in Black 2 White 2 and then like I need it as a shiny as well, and then like Rattata, Eradicate and stuff like that. It's like, well, I can get it as a shiny using the cute charm glitch, so instead of like catching them for the national dex and then having to catch them again as shiny and do all the trading, this, that, and the other, I'll just take 2 birds with 1 stone. If I can get it as a shiny, trade it up into Black 2 White 2 to work towards the national dex, I'm going to do that. So first, before I do any of that though, I actually want to sit down and like play through my copy of Black 2 fully and catch as many, obviously Unova Pokemon cannot be achieved with cute charm glitch in any capacity because cute charm glitch only works in Gen 4. Pokemon are all Gen 5. Obviously, didn't need to explain that. So yeah, I want to complete the Unova Dex as all the way through every Unova Pokemon I can in Black 2, and then also any Pokemon that I can't cute charm. So like, I caught a Magnemite in the Verbank complex because Magnemite's genderless. You can't use cute charm on it. I got a shiny hunt Magnemite. And I'll probably breed for it with Masuda method and all that. But after getting all the Unova Pokemon, I'll go through and figure out, okay, what Pokemon can I not get with cute charm that I need to get in Black 2 White 2 for the national dex. Get that whole process figured out, and then once that is finally all squared away, I will focus on getting everything in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, which I guess is really just Platinum. There's only like 2, maybe 3 lines of Pokemon that I have to get in Diamond and Pearl with cute charm glitch. I don't even know if I have to is the thing, because Misdreavus is in Pearl, Murkrow is in Diamond. Neither of them are in Platinum. But I guess technically those 2, Misdreavus and Murkrow, are in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So like, you don't even have to go through Diamond and Pearl to get them. You can go through Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And then I think also Glameow and Stunky. I think Glameow is Pearl and Stunky is Diamond. Those you definitely do have to. I don't think they're in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I guess those 2 are definitely ones you have to do in DP. Oh man. Oh. Good Lord have mercy. But outside of those, I think I can get... There's like very few Pokemon that I can't get in Platinum with the cute charm glitch. There's like the small handful that you get in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, and Pearl, but like the vast majority of them, it is actually pretty surprising how many Pokemon you can get in Platinum. Like, there are a lot of Pokemon in Platinum. In the post-game areas, and then with the Poke Radar and all that, there's a lot of Pokemon that you can get in. And then with like swarms and everything, you can really fill out a national dex in just Platinum. I think you're going to bed? Oh yeah, it is a little late for you. All right. Ooh. Alrighty. What was I talking about? Was I talking about something? Oh, I guess just the progression of my shiny, my national dex in black too. Yeah. You gotta get that all squared away. You need to get the shiny charm. Definitely need to figure out how to do the whole like pass orb thing to get the pass powers. Cause like, I think if I combine the pass powers for like shiny power, whatever, to increase the shiny odds there, we then have Masuda method, and then you have the shiny charm. That is definitely the best way I can go about getting a whole lot of these shinies that we're going to need for the Living Dex, because I don't really know. I know that Masuda method takes you from the 1 in 8,192. Well, I don't remember the exact numbers. I think Masuda method, it's a really big boost. Did I add it? I don't know if I had anything there. I might have. Might have just doubled up on encounters. Who knows? Yeah, Masuda method takes you from 1 in 8,192 to like 1 in 1,300 or something like that. It's a pretty big jump using Masuda method. And then shiny charm, I think, takes it up to like a 1 in 1,000. So really the difference between just Masuda method and a Masuda method plus shiny charm, I mean, you know, it's a fair difference. 1 in 1,300 versus like 1 in 1,000. You know, it's a fair difference, but it's not the biggest difference in the world, really. I don't know how much the shiny or the shiny pass power or whatever, shiny pass, I don't know how much that increases the odds by. It might just be like 1 extra roll, maybe 2. Probably in combination with all 3 of them. You're probably not looking, maybe like 1 in 800 at the best, which 1 in 800, if I can freaking talk, 1 in 800 is pretty good. So you got to get that all working in conjunction. Apparently English and me are just not getting along today. Trying to say conjunction, I said conjunction. In conjunction. Oh, what is going on? Accidentally did not make it all the way over to the run option. What are we doing? Okay, hello. Good Lordy. What are we doing? I just thought about, you know, what Victini says right there when you battle it, the ta 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 ta, all that, and then watching the Victini sprites down here dance around. I kind of just imagine Victini's like tap dancing. Like you walk up to it to encounter, you know, battle it, and Victini's just like doing a little jig with a little tap dance. He's just tapping his feet around. He's just having a grand old time, and you're just like, are we battling? And just dot 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 dot. I don't know. These are the places my mind wanders. That'd be a fun little commission. A tap dancing Victini. That'd be kind of funny. I love Pokemon artwork. I wish with all my heart that I had an artistic bone in my body when it comes to like drawing and stuff like that. I cannot draw to save my life. But I see the things that people create, you know, post on Blue Sky and stuff like that. Just incredible pieces of art. Every year, I think it's every year, when the like Pokemon Illustrator contest goes around for people to draw like their own TCG arts, and then, you know, Pokemon Company selects them to actually make cards out of. I see just some of the most insanely beautiful, magnificent, like well thought out, I can't even come up with enough words to describe it. The artwork is just incredible. Like, people are so freaking talented. It's crazy. I feel like I didn't add the encounters there. Might end up adding so many extra encounters on this hunt. It's going to look like we, it took a lot longer than it did. In this hunt with like 400 extra encounters from me just throwing them on, being like, I don't think I did it. And I probably did. Need to get my reflexes more automatic. Just as soon as I clearly cannot talk today. Goodness. As soon as I see the Victini on screen, just click the spacebar. Just boom, do it. Probably be easier. I've heard people mention that they have like foot pedals and stuff. I should get a foot pedal. That would be very nice. That way I don't even have to use my hands, because like my hands are busy, you know, holding the DS to do everything. So maybe instead I just get a foot pedal. I can just go boop, just increase the number. Yeah, the Feraligatr artworks, man, people were going crazy with those Feraligatr artworks. I forget what the other Pokemon were, but yeah, there were the people doing Feraligatr's just it's just such a cool Pokemon. One of my favorite TCG artworks of all time is the Feraligatr from Expedition. So this is like your early 2000s, well over 20-year-old card. And yeah, it is the Feraligatr I'm thinking of, right? I think they also have a Croconaw in that set that's like similar-ish. But like, it legit just looks like an alligator. Obviously, it looks like Feraligatr, but like, it is swimming through the water like an alligator would, and just looks so menacing. Like, it looks like you are being hunted through the water by a Feraligatr. It's just one of the coolest TCG artworks ever. It is an Expedition, right? I'm pretty sure it is, which is kind of funny because also in Expedition, they have a Blastoise artwork that's kind of similar. I cannot speak today. Feraligatr. Cannot speak. Similar. I think they do have a similar one in, let me go over to TCG. I'm trying to find a picture of this card here. Expedition. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of right here. This bad boy. Can I get this up on screen somehow? This bad boy right here. Taking up the entire screen. Can't really see me. I'm over here though. This artwork, this Feraligatr artwork, just incredible. Like, this is one of the coolest artworks out there. Picture's not the greatest, but you get the idea. It's like swimming through a swamp like an actual gator. Looks like it's about to chow down on you, like you're its prey. Just crazy artwork. But thanks to the inspiration of, you know, cards like that, you can really come up with some cool things for Feraligatr for TCG arts. That's a card I need to add to my collection. I'm surprised I don't have one of those yet. Actually, recently on Pokemon, I completely forgot to talk about this anywhere. Blue Sky here. I completely forgot to talk about on... So I think I need to add a reset here. Do that. On Pokemon Day, you know, last Thursday, after my doctor's appointment on the way home, went by the card shop. I go by the card shop basically every Thursday now after the after my doctor's appointment. Sometimes I go in there and I don't buy anything. Sometimes I just buy a few cards. Well, it was Pokemon Day. I was like, you know what? I gotta go a little big today. Celebration of Pokemon. Got to get some things. I mostly got cards, but also got a little plushie as well. I need to remember to add encounters. Good Lord. And the little plushie guy I got was this little Garchomp right here. He kind of looks like he's flying in a way. I think it's more supposed to look like he's knocked out cold, but you know, it's kind of flat. He looks like he'd be flying through the sky, but he got a little eye squigglies because he's been knocked out. But I thought this was cute. It's a little like Japanese exclusive plushie thing they had there. And then where did the cards go? This stack right here. Is it this stack? Yeah. Okay. I bought a whole bunch of vintage cards, which I haven't really been buying too many vintage cards recently. I've mostly been picking up like modern, really cool artworks, but they had a bunch of these vintage cards, so I was like, why not? They're mostly Generation 3 like era cards, and they're all reverse holos except for one. One is a holographic. One of them is a second gen card. I'm going to switch over to, is it this screen? Okay, yeah, this one. I'll move my microphone out of the way for a second. Actually, I might have needed this a little bit farther back. But yeah, these are all the cards I picked up on Pokemon Day. So we got this nice Seviper card. What is this? I think this is from Sandstorm. It wants to focus on the card. I think it's trying to focus on my head in the background. It's cool holographic card. You know, Seviper and Zangoose going at it. Very neat. Then beautiful Ampharos. You know, look at this Ampharos artwork. It is so freaking adorable. Just love it. Nice little reverse holo. The reverse holos from these era, like this era, you know, Gen 2 at the end and Generation 3 early on. Basically the first reverse holos they had other than Legendary Collection, they were basically just a mirror. It was just like, just a really foily texture, not even texture, just a foil on the outside of the card. And they just look great. I just love also I love the e-reader border. I think it is the coolest design on Pokemon cards ever. I love the e-reader border. I think it's super cool. I also got a reverse holo, just a trainer, not even no Pokemon here, but it was Professor Oak, classic Ken Sugimori artwork. I was like, you know what? Let's grab that. That's pretty sweet looking. Another Ken Sugimori artwork, just a trainer, but is Briney's Compassion. Again, look at that holo. It is just like a good Lord, English and I are just not getting along today. Rainbow on the card, super sweet. And then we got a nice Solrock. I don't know what it is lately, but Solrock and Lunatone have been really speaking to me. And they're just cool cards, cool Pokemon. Awesome Grovyle. Look at this artwork. I think that's Nishida. Pretty sure, yeah, that's Nishida. Just beautiful watercolor. Grovyle's one of the sickest middle stage starters out there. Nice little foil on the reverse. Nice Roselia again. I think another Nishida. Yeah, it looks like it. My arm is actually starting to hurt like this. Goodness. Guess I gotta do it anyways. Oh man. Oh. Okay, hold it up for just a little bit longer. We got a beautiful Beautifly. And then I think this is Shedinja or Ninjask, not Shedinja. Another beautiful reverse. And then the last one, a nice Magikarp jumping up the waterfall. Just beautiful artworks. Had to buy all these, pick these up. Because normally in their vintage binder that my local card shop has, they generally just have like Generation 1, maybe some Generation 2 stuff here or there, but it's like base set Jungle Fossil, like the really old classic cards. I'll go back to our Victini on here, stop talking about cards or showing off cards. But yeah, normally they just have like the classics, you know, the base sets, the really old ones, the originals, the OGs. And that's not really my favorite era of the cards. Yeah, they're the classics, they're the originals. But like in a lot of the artworks are incredibly nice, just, you know, gorgeous artworks. In the beginning, some of the TCG art was not the best. It was a little plain. I'm not the biggest fan of the holo pattern from the first 3 sets of Pokemon cards, in English specifically. I don't know why they tried to be different. You know, Japan had the same holo pattern from the beginning all the way through the, I don't need to go all the way up here. The Diamond and Pearl era. But the first 3 sets of English, they tried to go a little different than the, you know, OG holo pattern. Eventually, I think they realized, like, hey, we just need to do what Japan's doing. Their holo pattern looks a lot better than ours. It was, but yeah, so I've never been much of a fan of the first few sets of Pokemon cards because they're the most plain. But then once you get to like the Team Rocket set, you know, Rocket Return, no, not Rocket Returns. I think it's just Rocket with like the OG Dark Dragonite, a really cool card, really nice holo. That's when the cards really start taking off, and you know, Rocket, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, all those towards the end of like the first generation of cards. That's when they start picking up for me. Well, where they really start hitting their stride and I just start, you know, loving cards to death is the Generation 2 era, the like Neo era. Neo Genesis, Revelation, Discovery. It's Genesis, Discovery, Revelation, Destiny, the Neo sets. Those all just incredible artworks. Oh man, those cards look phenomenal. But where they really start driving it home is the e-reader era at the end of Generation 2. So like Expedition, Aquapolis, Skyridge. Good lord. It's unfortunate how freaking expensive a lot of those cards from that era are, because I mean, they're just so incredibly nice. Like, it makes sense why they're so expensive. They just look freaking good. And I don't have enough of them. Like, I need more in my collection. I really don't have a lot from that era. They're not very common to find just out and about in stores, which I do tend to like picking up stuff in stores. I just think it's fun. But then, you know, that era is really cool. The big hits from that era, the crystals. Crystal cards are sick. The Shinings from Generation 2 are also really nice, but you know, those are just the last 2 sets that have those. But the crystals are, well, I guess those Expedition doesn't have crystals. It's just Aquapolis and Skyridge. Those are really freaking cool as well. I don't have any crystals at the moment in my collection. If you don't know anything about the trading cards, especially the old cards, you're probably like, I have no clue what you're talking about, dude. Crystals, what shining, what all these words mean. I'm kind of just rambling for the sake of rambling for myself here. Not gonna lie. But yeah, and then going into Generation 3, the EX era, as they call it, the like OG EX era. Those, you know, that era is just crazy, just cracked. Artworks are really just top notch all throughout. EXs are sick, ultra rares, you know, with the, especially the ones with the e-reader border, the like big thick border where you would like scan it through the e-reader. They make those hollow. I don't think do I have any of those sitting on my desk over here? I don't think I do. No, I don't think I have any OG EX era cards just hanging around me up here. Unfortunately, because they are really something to look at. I think they're all packed away back there in the box. The box of cards. I think, was I supposed to add an encounter there? God, I'm getting really bad at this. I need to be able to multitask a little bit better. Do the encounters, talk, add the resets, read chat. Gotta get better about it. You'd think after 8 months of streaming, I'd be pretty good, but my brain wanders too much. You get off on my tangents and I forget what I'm doing. And then, yeah, just the reverses, the EXs, the gold stars, all that. The OG EX era, you know, Gen 3 era of cards, they are just, oh, not what I was trying to do there. Trying to run away. They are just spectacular. I really like collecting those early, even just the holos and the holos from Diamond and Pearl as well. I'm not the biggest fan. Like level X's are fairly cool. Like they're not bad. You know, I prefer EXs to level X's, but they're still pretty sweet. But the holos in the Diamond Pearl era, Diamond Pearl Platinum, they're pretty freaking nice as well. Those are good looking holos too. Even into Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I mean, holos used to really be something. Like holos were pretty freaking sweet back in the day. They need to bring back, I don't think, again, don't have any examples up here to show off, the reverse holos that were basically holos in themselves. You know, nowadays and for most of Pokemon, reverse holos are literally reverse. Like normal holos, the artwork is holo reverse. Every part of the card other than the artwork is holo. Well, there was a little bit of time in the EX era where that was not the case. At the beginning of the EX era, yeah. Like I kind of showed with the cards I was just looking at. The reverse holo was just like a really glossy kind of mirror look along the, you know, outside of the card where the text and everything is. But then they transitioned around, when did they first start doing the little set symbols for the reverses? Might have been Team Rocket Returns. The Team Rocket Returns, was that the first set they did those in? Might be. It's the first one that's coming to mind. But basically, instead of the reverse holo being a literal reversing of the holo around the card, they just gave them different holos. They just made the holographic pattern in the artwork, and every single card in the set was now a holo through that, you know. Initially, it was like, okay, these 12 to 16 cards are holographic on the artwork. Everything can be reverse holo, but these 12 to 16 are in the only holos on the actual artwork. Well, for a certain period of time, the reverses had the holo on the actual artwork itself. So basically every card in the set could be a holo. But then, you know, the holo pattern was generally always a little different than the traditional holo pattern. Sometimes it was just kind of, there might have been one or two sets where it was basically just the same holo pattern as the normal. But even in those cases, they still had like a little set symbol, like they stamped the set name on it. And it's just like the coolest thing they've ever done. I wish they would bring that back so badly. Like reverse holos on the artwork itself with the little stamp. Yeah, if I had a better access to showing those off, I would, but I could not easily get one of those to show you. I just realized I went off on that whole tangent. That just the epitome of how my brain works. I'm just constantly finding new little tangents to go off on. The entire point of me talking about the cards and the plushie that I bought on Pokemon Day, it wasn't even to really show them off. That was not the entire reason for me bringing that up, like to show it to the camera, like, oh, here's what I got on Pokemon Day. The entire point of me bringing that up was the price. I don't remember how many cards that was, like 10 or so cards. Those 10 cards plus that Garchomp plushie came out to a total of $150.99. You might be wondering, okay, is there some point to that? Who cares? It was Pokemon Day, the 29th anniversary of Pokemon coming out, and my total was one singular cent away from being $151. 151, the OG 151. I did not do that on purpose. I just picked out some cards, picked out a plushie, was like, you know, even the cashier said, your total's this, and he was like, huh, it's kind of ironic. Just somehow came out. X-Line, what up, what up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, the cashier pointed out, because yeah, at first I didn't think about it. It didn't cross my mind, but then he said, oh, that's ironic. And then I was like, why is that ironic? And then I was like, oh yeah, it is Pokemon Day, and it's 1 cent away from being 151. I literally asked, I was like, is there anything in here I can buy for a singular cent? Is that possible? He was like, nah, unfortunately not. That would have been if that had actually come out to an exact 151, that's the universe at work, which, you know, I did get the shiny Tepig the day later, so the universe was maybe communicating with me like, hey, we feeling good right now. We feeling good today. You here for the whole news, just making sounds. I don't even think I got a receipt for that, to be honest. I generally don't get a receipt when I go to the card shop, because they don't do itemized receipts. They just give you a receipt for like the entire total, which I guess I still could have got it no matter what. But generally, if I ask for a receipt, it's because I want it like itemized, and they don't do that. It's just like, here was your total for the day. I guess, yeah, thinking about it, I probably should have kept the receipt. Well, my man, burgers sound good right now. I had a burrito for dinner. I did have a burger yesterday though, so probably don't need another one. Oh, very nice. Shiny Rayquaza plush for 40 bucks. That's awesome. I don't have a single shiny plush, I don't think. Not that I can... Do I have any shiny plushies? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I have any shiny plushes. I kind of have these like, they're not shiny, obviously. They're like, I mean, they're different colors. Which, I guess grabbing the Magikarp was not the best example here. But what year did these come out in? 2020, 2021, something like that? I don't remember. There was just this line of plushies that I guess the Eevee one might have been a little better. They came out with this line of plushies. Yeah, this one's not a very good example. It looks like a regular Magikarp. Eevee one. They came out with this line of plushies. Yeah, they don't really translate on camera very well. Maybe if I go to full screen. They're like a little bit different colored than normal. Like I don't know how to describe it. The camera's not really picking it up. When you see it in person, you're like, okay, that's not the normal color of Eevee. It's like a little bit lighter than, you know, they did Eevee. They have a Pikachu one. There was Magikarp. There's a Jigglypuff up there. I bought basically all of them. So the Magikarp is up here with the Gengars. Eevee's normally right here. Pikachu is right there. Jigglypuff, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander. They're like very slightly different color. They're not shiny, obviously. This is not shiny Eevee, but it is a different color than normal Eevee. It's like, I really don't know how to explain it. It looks different. It looks a lot better in person than on camera. But they're like a pseudo kind of shiny plushie because they're different colors. In a way. Yeah. I definitely do have some shiny Pokemon cards, though. I certainly do have some of those. I think Game Freak should start a shiny Garchomp business deal. What do you mean by a shiny Garchomp business deal? About the shiny that basically isn't shiny? But I mean, I got some shiny Pokemon cards. We got a Japanese shiny Jirachi right here and a pristine CGC 10, pretty sweet. And then also pristine Celebi shiny. We have some. Actually, I have a shiny Embor on the microphone right here. Completely forgot this bad boy was hanging out here on the mic. I think those are my only easily accessible shiny cards. Some other shiny cards here or there, but those are my most easily accessible ones. But yeah, getting a Rayquaza shiny plushie would be pretty cool. If my freaking boy Dragonite had a better shiny, I would grab a shiny plushie of Dragonite, but that would be yucky looking. I don't want green back there. Not that color green. I'll accept Bulbasaur up there. Bulbasaur's fine, but that might be the only instance of green I have in my background. Is that Bulbasaur? And I guess there's a Bulbasaur pop figure up there next to it as well, somewhere. But outside of that, I don't really got much green behind me. No, I don't. Oh, you meant to type plushie. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, shoot, you could just take a regular Garchomp plushie and be like, hey, this is shiny. Most people would be like, makes sense, I guess. You know, that lines up. Looks shiny enough. Counter right there. That's me. That. Well, I was going to say, like, this bad boy right here, I could just tell you this thing was shiny, you'd probably believe me. But honestly, this Garchomp is really light in color. Like, this is a very light blue Garchomp. I feel like normally it's a darker, more purplish, like a regular Garchomp. So maybe this one you wouldn't believe was shiny, but a lot of other ones you could probably get away with tricking some people. My back is starting to bother me a little bit. Let's see if I can't get down some more. I swear my back was not bothering me all day. Sit down to do this and all of a sudden just gives this little like pinch on the right side of my back and I can't get it to go away. It's like I try and find a good freaking position. It just doesn't work for me sometimes. If I try. Gosh, I need to get a chair mat to go on so I can roll my chair around easier, because with the carpet, it is a little bit tough to roll on sometimes. Also, I think I've completely trampled the carpet underneath me, even though it can still be a little tough to roll through. It is pretty flattened. Hopefully my landlord does not mind when we move out. The carpet in here is kind of matted down in one little spot. But that gets us a clean 300 encounters on the night. That is, it takes us all the way up to 800 total encounters for Victini. Probably, let's see, how long do I want to keep this going? We're at a little over an hour and a half. I have taken some breaks, some liberties to talk about other things. So, let's see. I'm gonna say 850. I think I'll take us to 850. So I'll do 50 more encounters on the night. And then we'll be back. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. You know, I think I'm gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week for streams, because I don't believe I'm gonna be able to stream Friday like I normally would. So I think I'll just do 3 days in a row. We'll do today, tomorrow, Potentially Thursday. Maybe not. Generally, after doing 2 days of streaming in a row, I'm kind of a little fried out on streaming and just kind of want to take a chill day. So we will see. We'll see. Let's see. Let's take some guesses in chat. Anyone have any idea, any guesses when they think that Shiny Victini will show up? Can be any number. We're not making a call for the day. You know, I've done calls in the past where it's like, okay, today at what number do you think we could potentially get it? Of any number, any encounter number you can think of. How long do you think this Shiny Victini hunt is going to last? Any guesstimators in the chat? I'm personally a little optimistic myself. I'm thinking, I guess you can give a rough estimate. Like, you don't have to give an exact number. You can go exact if you want to. I am feeling 3,116. Yeah, go exact there. Around the 3,100 mark, but I'll say exactly 3,116 as my exact guesstimation. I'm feeling optimistic. I don't think we're going to go at this hunt for too terribly long. I don't know, man. Battle Palace. I guess earlier I had the Battle Factory come on and I was like, what is this theme? And now we got Battle Palace coming on and I'm also like, what is this? Guess I never really did much Battle Frontier. Never did much time in the Battle Frontier. This is from Emerald, right? That's Battle Palace, right? I think so. I should probably do a deep dive of the Emerald and, you know, Diamond or Platinum. Is the Battle Frontier in Diamond and Pearl as well? I think it is. I feel like I've only ever played that far into the post game though during Platinum. Can't remember ever doing that in Diamond and Pearl. I would assume that the Battle Frontier, or isn't it like not as fleshed out in Diamond and Pearl or something? It's like just the Battle Tower, but then in Platinum they add like more stuff to it, the other facilities. Or am I wrong in that? But yeah, I should probably do just a deep dive, fun little playthrough of the Emerald Battle Factory. I've not really ever put any time into that. When I played Emerald more as a kid, I was not the world's smartest kid in terms of playing the game and battling. And I got by eventually and beat the game, but I was never quite good enough to really take down any of the Battle Frontier facilities. Never quite proficient at battling. Yeah, I distinctly remember growing up having trouble beating Phoebe in the Elite Four of Pokemon Ruby because all I knew how to do was spam Hyper Beam. As a kid, I was like, big number, do big damage, click A, go brr. And then I got to Phoebe and I was like, why is Hyper Beam not working? I didn't know type matchups. I didn't, you know, obviously normal, ghost, all that. Didn't really get it at the time. I did eventually figure out, well, actually, I guess I can go for Surf for Earthquake on Swampert. I don't got to go for just a Hyper Beam. But do people unironically play Diamond and Pearl? That is a great question. Oh, shoot. To this day, I don't use status moves in battle. That's a lie. I do very occasionally utilize status moves, but nah. Even now, my philosophy in getting through the game is just be fast, do big damage. But yeah, no, definitely back in the day, no status moves were being utilized whatsoever. I didn't care about, was my Pokemon a physical attacker, special attacker? If I'm learning a move and I see big power number, that's what I'm going with. But do people uniron? I'm sure there are some people that just are like really nostalgic for Diamond and Pearl that like to play it. But like, I don't know. I personally would not choose to play through Diamond and Pearl like on my own volition. I've had to do it while getting us set up for the Shiny Living Dex here, and playing through Diamond and Pearl, and then I played through Platinum twice, and I played through Diamond once, I played through Pearl once. It's, basically I played through the two different variations of the Sinnoh Gen 4 games twice each. Playing through Diamond and Pearl makes you, and then immediately playing through Platinum, back to back, it really makes you appreciate how freaking good Platinum is and how much they upgraded it. Cause man, Diamond and Pearl are rough to play through. They are slow, and Platinum's slow too. Not as slow, but Diamond and Pearl are slow. They don't really look that great, to be honest. The textures, Platinum fixes a lot of textures, gives a lot of ambiance to a lot of different areas. The trainer teams, like, they really overhaul the trainer teams in Platinum as well. I didn't really realize that until recently playing through the games back to back. Like, the trainers in Platinum have much better teams. Obviously, the gym leaders are very notable examples. Like, Candace doesn't have a Medicham anymore in Platinum. Volkner actually has a full team of electric Pokemon. Flint has a full team of fire types instead of only 2 fire types like in Diamond and Pearl. Prominent trainers like that, yes, you realize the teams change. But like just the regular trainers throughout the region have much better teams, much more interesting teams. Like Diamond and Pearl just is a rough experience to play through. Especially when you play it in conjunction with Platinum very recently. You're like, wow. Platinum really saves Gen 4. Like without Platinum, Gen 4 and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum do wonders to save Diamond and Pearl's reputation. If we never got Platinum or Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I personally think Diamond and Pearl would be remembered as one of the worst Pokemon generations. But Platinum saved Sinnoh, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver just added on to the layer of deliciousness that was Generation 4. Yeah, I mean, really though, in general, status moves are not all that necessary in in-game playthroughs. Status moves are very necessary in like competitive battles, with actual people through Wi-Fi and online and stuff like that. But like generally in playthroughs, you can very easily get through the games without ever utilizing a status move. And really, like, using slow, bulky Pokemon in a playthrough of a vanilla game, it's not really necessary. Like, you can utilize Chansey and Blissey, sure, in a playthrough of a regular Pokemon game, but, like, they're not all that useful because, okay, you pivot in Chansey or Blissey into a Gardevoir in Generation 3. I don't even know if you can get Chansey or Blissey to play through Gen 3. I'm just using an example. It's like, okay, yeah, you can switch in Chansey and Blissey to really soak up that hit from Gardevoir. They're not doing anything to you, but like, you're not doing anything back. Just, you don't output any damage. And like, sure, I guess you could try and Toxic Stall it to death, but in a regular playthrough, it's a little boring. There's certainly, yeah, I mean, you can certainly utilize status moves in a playthrough, but they aren't as necessary as competitive battling, you know. Status moves in a playthrough are pretty you could leave them at the door. You don't need them. You can still certainly utilize them, and there are some battles where they're very helpful, but you can definitely get by without them. I am taking a pause here because these are going to be our last 2 encounters of the evening for our Shiny Victini hunt, which we have now introduced as the main hunt on the channel. This is our main goal going forward, trying to get a Shiny Victini. So with these last 2 encounters, can we bring in a very early Shiny? Very early. 850 encounters, sub 1,000 would be crazy, but unfortunately, our craziness will not continue 2 streams in a row. We will not get a full odd Shiny in back-to-back streams, but that is a-okay. Odds of that happening for us are slim to none. We are very unlikely to get back-to-back full odd Shinies, but a boy can dream. A boy can certainly dream. But yeah, with that, we will call it an evening. Thank you to everyone for coming out to the stream. I am always super incredibly appreciative of everyone who sits down and listens to me yap. I combined Shiny and Celebi and was going to call you Shellaby. Shiny Celebi, thanks for dropping on in. See you around. Yeah, thanks to everyone who comes on out and listens to me ramble like a madman. It keeps me entertained while we do this. I'm forever appreciative, and I will see y'all tomorrow.